Two babies cry in the same hospital, 4 minutes apart, under the exact same sky. Fast forward 30 years. One of those babies is a painter living by the sea, and the other is an accountant working in a glass tower. Their lives don't even rhyme. If the stars wrote your story before you took your first breath, why doesn't your cosmic twin live your life? 2,000 years ago, a Roman philosopher named Cicero pointed out the exact same flaw in the math. He noticed that soldiers who marched into a battle were born under wildly different skies, yet they all met the same fate on the exact same afternoon. Since that afternoon in Rome, we have mapped the human genome and put supercomputers in our pockets. But astrology still hasn't answered Cicero's riddle. If the night sky maps human destiny, there is a serious scaling problem. The coordinates of the stars simply ignore the geography of our actual lives. In the middle of the 20th century, researchers in London decided to test this at scale. They tracked thousands of babies born in the exact same week, many within minutes of each other. This diagram maps out the dataset analyzed by an astrologer and a psychologist years later. They took 2,000 pairs of these time twins and checked over 100 specific traits. But out of 2,000 people born under identical astrological conditions, they shared absolutely nothing. Your celestial twin is statistically indistinguishable from a random stranger. In 1985, a physicist named Shawn Carlson ran an experiment so rigorous it was published in the journal Nature. He gave top astrologers real birth charts and asked them to match the charts to the correct personality profiles. They matched 1 in 3. That is the exact success rate you would get by pointing blindfolded. Later, a researcher pulled census data covering more than 20 million couples to see if compatible star signs actually gravitated toward one another. People married across every single sign combination, perfectly evenly, totally indifferent to the heavens. The data leaves no room for interpretation. The position of the planets on your birthday does not predict who you are, who you will love, or how your life will unfold. But this leaves us with a much more fascinating mystery. If astrology is objectively wrong, why does reading your horoscope feel so incredibly right? Decades ago, a psychologist handed a room full of students a personality profile. He told them it was custom written for each individual. It said things like, "You have a great need for other people to like you, but you can be critical of yourself." The students rated it almost perfectly accurate. Then he revealed the trick. Every single student received the exact same paragraph. This is a psychological mechanism called the Barnum effect. If you provide a statement that is vaguely warm and flattering, the human mind rushes in to fill the empty space with specific, personal memories. What keeps the illusion alive over a lifetime is a second psychological force, known as confirmation bias. This is the brain's tendency to eagerly accept information that supports what it already believes, while throwing away everything else. This timeline illustrates how your memory edits reality. When your horoscope warns of technical issues and your phone glitches, your brain logs it as a direct hit. Meanwhile, it quietly deletes the 100 other days your phone glitched under perfectly clear skies. You aren't tapping into the fabric of the cosmos. You are watching your own brain's pattern recognition software working flawlessly. It is easy to dismiss this as gullibility, but belief in astrology has almost nothing to do with intelligence. Scientists, engineers, and highly analytical people quietly check their horoscopes every single day. Researchers track a massive spike in astrological belief exactly when people's lives feel out of control, after a tough breakup, during a precarious career transition, or when facing long stretches of uncertainty. Psychologists divide us into two rough categories: people who feel like the authors of their own lives, making things happen, and people who feel more like passengers, where big events simply happen to them. When daily reality feels like an endless fog, a horoscope hands a passenger a lifeline. It tells them their situation isn't random. There is a pattern, a plan, and a secure place for them within it. Reaching for the stars in a moment of crisis is not foolishness. It is a very human hunger for structure, safety, and narrative comfort when the ground beneath you is shaking. The Zodiac holds real power, but it isn't predicting you. It is giving you permission to articulate your own identity. It acts as a mirror with 12 distinct frames, offering a safe language to wonder about who you are and who you want to become. Studies even catch this happening in real time. People who engage deeply with astrology slowly begin to describe themselves using the traits of their signs, letting the label gently shape them from the inside out. Those two babies who shared an identical sky did not end up as a painter and an accountant because of the heavens. They built those completely different lives through every choice, every friend, and every quiet decision they made down here on the ground. A predetermined horoscope is a cage with pretty wallpaper. A life completely unwritten by the heavens is entirely yours to build. The stars make a terrible map, but a gorgeous mirror. If this journey through the cosmos gave you a new way to look at your horoscope, hit that subscribe button to keep wandering through the mysteries of the mind with us. Give the video a like, share it with that friend who blames everything on Mercury retrograde, and drop down in the comments to tell me the one horoscope reading that felt terrifyingly accurate to you. Keep looking up, but never forget you are the author of your own story.